Coming up on the Daily O, disturbing dash cam footage from a tragic tornado.
And a Boys and Girls Club CEO faces felony charges. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Amy Sangvalai.
And I'm Rayma Coleman. We're glad you're with us. A Wacomi police officer shares dash cam footage from the devastating Enid tornado. Officer Gahey was responding to a blocked traffic into hard-hit areas when the storm touched down near the interstate. The footage shows the tornado taking shape and moving in the direction of his vehicle. After attempting to keep the people safe for most of the night, Gahey returned to find his home destroyed. His family was not injured during the storm and since has been recalled back into the street to help search and rescue.
The CEO of Boys and Girls Club in Darlington is being charged with embezzlement. Deputies with the Canadian County Sheriff's Office arrested Melissa Stotottle, who is being accused of embezzling tens of thousands of dollars. The investigation began in 2025 when board members reported suspicious charges made by Stotottle. Canadian County Sheriff Adam Flowers says this money could have been used for the programs for the Boys and Girls Club for the children. That's what it was for. Stotottle is now facing 1 count of embezzlement and 1 count of using a computer to defraud by false pretenses. She is currently out of prison as she awaits a court date at this time.
The Oklahoma Senate has passed a bill to curb data centers' utility hikes. The new bill aims at protecting Oklahomans from the rising utility costs tied to the continuous expansion of data centers around the state. Chair of the Senate Energy Committee, Grant Green, says Oklahoma families, farmers, and small business owners would be left footing the bill. It also directs the Oklahoma Corporation Commission to ensure that residents and businesses are not burdened with their higher energy rates. With the bill passing through the Senate, it will now face the House floor for a final hearing.
A bill that would permanently require all Oklahoma school districts to prohibit student cell phone use is headed to the governor for final approval. The measure would make the state's bell-to-bell no-cell policy, introduced as a pilot program in 2025, permanent. Supporters said feedback from teachers, parents, and students during the pilot program was overwhelmingly positive. Author of the bill, Ali Seyfried, says students were more focused in the classroom without the distraction of cell phones. If signed by Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, the law would continue Oklahoma's statewide restriction on student cell phone use during school hours.
It was a cool and sunny day here in Stillwater, but what can we expect tonight? Let's check in with Mason, the sandwich opener, who has our evening forecast. Mason.
Right, Rayma. It was cool. It was sunny. It's going to continue to be that way. 63 degrees as it stands right now. Feels like 55 thanks to those 13-mile-per-hour northeast winds as we take a look at campus. It's sunny, it's cloudy, it's illuminating the sky, still seeking through even despite those clouds. And it's really been a cool week so far. I'm not sure if that's going to continue heading forward. It's going to heat up a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, Mason. When we return, a special worship-filled night in GIA.
Sugar Llamas!
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north. But when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Last night in Gallagher-Iba Arena, Unite made an impact on the student body. Our very own Addison Schweinberg has more on this incredible night.
This is Addison Schweinberg with the Daily O, coming at you from Gallagher-Iba, where Unite is holding an event for students of OSU. Learn more about what happened here. Last night was a fun opportunity for Christian students and anyone looking to learn more about Jesus. The night began with a worship concert held by Elevation Rhythm, a popular Christian band. It also featured 3 speakers, all calling students to live a Christian lifestyle in the modern world.
Oh, I mean, the love of God is real. He's real. He sees you, he cares about you, he wants to know you, wants a relationship with you. And that happens through Jesus and what he did for us. And so that's available to everybody, anytime. I would just say there are great churches here, like go visit one. Go visit one and just see what God could have for you.
The night ended with a call to be saved and baptized, featuring live baptisms after the event.
Yeah, what I hope happens after tonight is that students trade in their hopes and dreams for something greater and bigger than themselves. I believe that the world as we know it is temporary, and that we're going to die one day, and we're going to face judgment based on what we did with Jesus Christ. And God loves us. He's crazy about us. He loves us so much that he gave himself for us so that he could have us as his sons and daughters forever.
That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, it looks like a little bit of a cold front could be rolling in, but what will it look like the next couple of days? Let's check back in with Mason for more. Mason?
Yeah, let's do it. Taking a look at the radar. It's going to be a lot of rain surrounding the state of Oklahoma, but we're not going to see very much of it in Stillwater for the rest of the evening. And then heading into tomorrow, and we'll continue to look at it. There it is, into tomorrow, more of the same. I mean, we got some cloud coverage rolling through Stillwater, and you'll see some of these rain trails starting to run towards it, but not a whole lot, very much surrounding the area. That'll make it a lot cooler than heading into the next day. What that will look like is we'll have a little bit more of the same. Cloud coverage, everything's going to be cooled down. The heat not going to be much of a factor until early next week when we get into the low and mid 80s. More on that coming up in your 7-day forecast. But right here, let's check out what we need to watch out for. Number one, going to be rain all around the state tomorrow, surrounding it. And then as that storm moves into the east from the west, it's going to continue to bring some wind chill with it. Going to be cold, about 13-mile-per-hour winds right now. Going to be gusts of about 17 to even 20 tomorrow. Chilled temps are to be expected with that, and then more heating up later in the week. Things are going to be a little hot, the low 80s into the mid 80s, but that's all I got for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thanks, Mason. When we return, the Supreme Court has made major changes to voting rights.
And how the Pentagon is limiting press coverage. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made it to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
The Supreme Court made a landmark decision this morning, weakening the Voters' Rights Act. Created with the intention at aiming and protecting minority voters, the Supreme Court has ruled that a congressional map in Louisiana was a racial gerrymander. The vote was split 6-3, with the court's conservatives in the majority. They say they can almost never consider race when drawing maps, complying with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, enacted to protect minority voters who face discrimination in elections. The court rules that the state unlawfully considered race when it redrew its congressional map in 2024. The ruling sets new guidelines for how courts will analyze future cases where states draw new maps.
The Pentagon can now require reporters to be escorted out of its premises while an appeal is in process. The Trump administration is appealing a judicial blocking of its controversial press access policy. Introduced last fall, the policy requires reporters who cover the military to follow restrictions to maintain daily access to the building. U.S. District Judge Paul Friedman previously ruled that the Pentagon violated an earlier order, which essentially barred reporters. Now, as the case is in the appeal process, a judicial panel has overturned that decision, and it's likely it will stand.
U.S. gas prices have hit a record national average since the beginning of the Iran war. As the Iran war enters its third month, the national gas price average rises to $4.23 per gallon. That's a 20-cent increase in 1 week and a 5-cent boost in a day. As the Strait of Hormuz remains blockaded, oil prices are surging, making gas retailers seeking to keep gas prices below $4 at their own expenses. Gas has climbed $1.25 a gallon, more than 40% before the start of the war. The national average remains at about $5 since 2022.
On his 20th visit to the United States, King Charles III gave a speech to Congress. The king reaffirmed the relationship between the two nations, calling it a, quote, story of reconciliation, renewal, and remarkable partnership. His speech marked the anniversary of America's independence from British rule 250 years ago, saying that the two, quote, have grown into the most consequential alliances in human history. Charles also mentioned the Magna Carta, saying it cited in at least 160 Supreme Court cases, the line which received the most applause.
Cowgirl tennis names a new head coach. Andrew Dunham has that and more in the Sports Corner when we return.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham, and let's see what's going on in sports. A Cowgirl is back, this time in a new role. Cowgirl tennis named their new head coach, former Cowgirl Katrina Adamovich. Adamovich played a big part in the Oklahoma State team that was among the nation's elite in the span from 2014 to 2017 seasons. She started coaching right out of college as an assistant coach and has been the head coach at programs to the like of Grand Canyon, Houston, and now Oklahoma State. Adamovich says that coming back to Oklahoma State means everything to her and that the program shaped her to who she is today. After having to end the season early due to too many injuries, Cowgirl tennis is ready to get back to work next season. Cowboy baseball reached a milestone last night despite the loss to Oral Roberts. The Pokes were swept last night by ORU in the season series after falling 11-6 at One Oak Field. However, the Cowboys still earned a milestone with hitting 100 home runs this season, which marks the second most in NCAA baseball. This is just the 13th time the Cowboys have reached the milestone in program history, with 3 of them being in the last 4 seasons. Aiden Miola and Garrett Scholl hit the homers to clinch the century mark for the Pokes last night. However, on the opposing side, ORU came out swinging, hanging up 9 runs in the first 5 innings. However, Oklahoma State did answer in the top half of the 6th inning with a 5-run inning, but it wasn't enough. The Pokes are back in O'Brate this weekend to host TCU. Well, when you think of Oklahoma State basketball, you think of the historic players or historic coaches even, but some of the program's most important pieces work behind the scenes. Our very own Reagan Lee introduces us to one of the youngest and only female on head coach Steve Lutz's staff.
In a sport dominated by tradition, experience, and more often than not, men, one of Oklahoma State's newest leaders is rewriting expectations. At just 24 years old, Alani Yates is already making her mark as the director of operations for Oklahoma State men's basketball. But her journey didn't start here.
I was at A&M Corpus Christi. That's where I did my undergrad. I worked with the previous staff before Coach Lutz got involved there. So when he got hired, him and I just started leaning on each other a lot. I knew a lot about the university. He's obviously got the basketball side. And that's when I got introduced to all of that world.
Now she's the engine behind the scenes.
Anything off of the court, I will handle. So travel, scheduling, meals, helping with class schedules, just making sure the guys are taken care of. Anything non-basketball related.
What makes her story even more unique, she's the only woman on head coach Steve Lutz's staff.
Just act like you're supposed to be there. You're the same. It's just don't call attention to the fact that you are a girl, and most of the time they'll just treat you like one of the guys.
Inside the OSU locker room, respect isn't given, it's earned.
The first day I stepped foot on this campus, Alana's been a huge impact, whether it be scheduling practices, ordering us food, or just seeing what the overall morale of the team is, like seeing how players come in day to day.
In a space where experience often defines authority, Yates leans into something different, her age.
I'm actually younger than some of our guys, and I don't let them know that until the end because they would not listen to me if they knew they were older than me. But I use it to my advantage. Just you're able to build that relationship. I was just in college. I know what they're, I don't really know the athlete side of it all, but I was just in college. I just experienced it all, and so it just helps build a relationship really easily and really quickly with them because I'm not some older woman who's been out of touch with it for a while.
That trust extends to the top. For Yates, Coach Lutz isn't just a boss, he's family.
He's another dad to me, to be completely honest, and he'll tell a lot of people, like, I'm another daughter. I'm best friends with his daughter. His wife and I are like this. I mean, I go to her for mom advice all the time.
In a challenging industry where breaking in is tough and staying in is even tougher, Yates is carving out her place. Not just as a young professional, not just as a woman, but as someone who belongs.
It's a very difficult world to get involved in, but take any and every opportunity to get involved with it.
Yates is finding her place in Stillwater, a place she's come to love.
This place is like, sports are the thing of Stillwater, and it like everyone just circles around it and gathers around it and loves it, and it's so cool just to see how exciting people are about it and how much they care and just care about our guys and just want to be involved in all of it.
For Alana Yates, the journey is just beginning. And in Stillwater, she's proving that the future of the game doesn't look like the past. Reagan Lee, Ocali TV.
Well, thanks for that, Reagan. And hey, let's switch gears now. Cowboy Golf is bringing home some more hardware. Say hello to your back-to-back Big 12 champions. Cowboys picked up title number 13 earlier this afternoon in the Big 12 championship, which is a new league record. It was a dominating performance all week for the boys, topping the leaderboard every round and coming into today's final round with a 7-shot lead. And I got 2 words for you: Preston Stout, must-see TV. Preston headlined the leaderboard with an impressive 11 under par finish. He becomes the first ever golfer to win 3 Big 12 championships. The defending national champions will now await its postseason fate with the NCAA Regional Selection Show set for next Wednesday, and it will be aired on television on the Golf Channel at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's a look from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. You're going to want to stick around for this because it's the world's oldest penguin, and it turns 38 years old. Emmy and Rama have it right after this break.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Big news for country music fans. Riley Cohen has that and more in your A-List update. Riley?
Thanks, Emmy. Country superstar Casey Musgraves is getting back on the road and is taking her fans straight to the middle of nowhere. Earlier this morning, the Grammy-winning artist announced her brand new Nowhere tour tied to her upcoming album. The tour will kick off August 21st, which also happens to be Musgrave's 38th birthday, launching in Chicago before making its way across North America. Stops include major cities like New York, Nashville, Los Angeles, Toronto, and Seattle, with the tour wrapping up in late October. This tour supports her upcoming 6th studio album, which drops this Friday. The album features big-name collaborations with artists like Willie Nelson, my personal favorite Miranda Lambert, and Billy Strings. Fans can expect a rotating lineup with opening acts including Midland, Flatland Cavalry, who will be in Stillwater this weekend, and Carter Faith. That's all I have for your A-List update. I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
Many people celebrate their birthdays with cakes and candles, but this birthday celebrates with cake and fish. Spineb, the world's oldest penguin, celebrated its 38th birthday with an impressive ice cake topped with fish. Named after the medication that saved her life, Spineb is said to be the oldest Humboldt penguin on the planet. She currently resides in Paradise Park Wildlife Sanctuary, located in Cornwall. The sanctuary marked her milestone on April 16th with a party and a special cake. Spineb spent her special day surrounded with fans, loved ones, and many birthday wishes.
Today sweeps us off our feet and celebrates moving and grooving because today is International Dance Day. Today allows the world to recognize dance as a form of expression and a professional art form. Dancing gives us the ability to communicate emotions with more than spoken words. Dancing is an action shared by both professionals and amateurs and is enjoyed all across the world. This day is all about celebrating the history of dance and recognizing its place across all cultures. Many people celebrate today by sharing their favorite dance or learning a new dance move. However you celebrate, don't forget to share with us by posting under hashtag International Dance Day.
Well, before we go, let's go to the Weather Center where Mason Humphrey has our 7-day forecast. Mason?
Let's do it, Rayma. Today it was 69 degrees, bottom of 44 on the low there, and it's going to get even colder, actually, with the clouds and rain coming in, a lot of wind, but hey, it's going to heat up a little bit. High of 71 on Saturday, and moving into even hotter temperatures into the lower and mid 80s there on Monday. And taking a look at it, it's going to be cloudy for the remainder of this week, but heading into the next week, what do we have here? Little jig, little dance. I like it. International Dance Day. Yeah, guys, it's going to get hot later in the week and to start next week, but for the rest of this one, I mean, it's going to be a little chilly.
Good, good. I mean, I guess we can get our moves on as well.
Yeah, let's do. I mean, we can heat up that way, right? It's going to be a little cold the next few days.
Mason, what move would you do to keep yourself warm?
Oh, I mean, I'm not the dancer at the table. Let's ask Andrew.
Well, I think since we go to Oklahoma, State University, do a little lasso. I was kind of leading you into the desk, but I'll give me one of those. What about you?
And personally, Earth Day was last week. Got to hit the sprinkler,
Yeah,
big green.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rainbow.
Just a nice little shoulder shimmy, hold the wall at the bar, but that's about it for me.
Nice. Yeah. I don't move my body too well, but I do want to shout out that penguin for being 38 years old. That's only like 6 years younger than my dad, so that's kind of impressive. And it's the same age as Casey Musgrave.
I didn't realize that. Riley shared some information with me today.
He did.
She did a great job as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, the penguin is just as old as Casey Musgrave. That's incredible.
Well, I think it's Rayma's last day. I think we wanted to do a little word about that.
Well, I just did want to say thank you, everybody, but we do have to close. So unfortunately, that is a look at today's headlines. I want to thank you all so much for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Emmy Sanglai.
And I'm Raymond Coleman. Have a great night, everyone.
Happy birthday, Mom.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for our